I'm Dale Mathis. I'm in Sun City, Arizona, and today I am presenting in my slow and easy accordion course song number 56. It is called Someone to Watch Over Me, and this was a Gershwin tune from 1926. And I originally thought that I was going to present this as a single note melody and simple chords in the left hand. And then when I got to playing it a little bit, I realized that's going to be kind of tough because Gershwin used such complex chords. And even with the complex chords that he used, I'm also a piano and organ player. And this tune is a whole lot easier to play on one of those instruments where you're not grappling around so much in the left hand trying to grab different chords. So I have simplified the chords in the left hand just a bit. I don't think it's going to be a major change in how the chord or how the background sounds, because you're going to be able to cover some of that same as far as the diminished chords in the right hand. So in this session of classes, this is the first time we're talking about a diminished chord. And so if you have not discovered it already on your accordion, it is the last row of chords. So the way that I play it is that I play the name of the bass with my second finger, or well, no, it would be what? The finger next to the little finger, so fourth finger, I guess. Fourth finger, and I play the diminished chord with the fourth finger. And so when you make a diminished chord, let's see if I can get this where I want it to be. All right, so here we have, let's back up just a little bit, a major chord and a diminished chord makes the chord smaller or diminished. So it's, you drop on the C major chord, you drop it from E to E flat and G to G flat. And if you're making it a diminished seventh chord, you add the A into it. So Gershwin is famous in the music of the 20s and 30s and 40s for using diminished chords. So also when I played this tune, I made a number of registration changes to make the sound more interesting. And you know, it can be difficult to get a registration change in on the accordion and keep the rhythm of the song going. So you will notice as I played this tune, there are a couple of times when I just slowed down to try and find that registration change. And then on the FR8X, which is what I'm playing here, it's really handy to have the sidebar so that you can switch. And what I used for my registrations is I have the turn-on set turned on for this roll and accordion in my sound programming. So that first sound is in organ, or rather in accordion lingo, it is called an organ stop, where it's just a 16 and a 4-foot reed playing. And then you'll see that I hit the number 5 register in the song, which is a musette, and it's playing at the 8-foot pitch. And then finally you'll see that I hit the registration change, and then at getting close or further along in the song, I hit number 2 preset, which is a bandoneon. And then finally I did a little ending on the tune, and I hit my number 10 preset. And what that sound it consists of is I took 3 8-foot sounds and gave them a slight musette, but then I dropped the whole thing down an octave, so you get this really rich, pulsating sound. And then in the left hand for this particular tune, I used a string bass with some sustain on it and a soft guitar chord. I was thinking about using some drums, but I don't know, the song is such a subtle song that I thought, you know, simple is better in this particular case. So if you need to go to micronmusic.net to find the sheet music for it, and if the video gets up live before the sheet music is on the website, just give it a chance. It will get up. I've already loaded it. It's 2 pages and it'll be under song number 56, Someone to Watch Over Me. And I did make a note in the sheet music that some of the chords have been altered to make this an easier song for accordion players to play. And I wrote the left hand in just simple bass chord, but you will see when I'm playing this tune that I'm actually doing, there's that B flat diminished chord. This is in the key of F. And then the next one that I wrote, you'll see in the third measure there's an E chord. Well, I didn't jump all the way up to the E chord. Instead, what I did is just ran over in front of the C and used the E counterbass so that I wouldn't get lost. So, you know, there's a lot of little tricks that you may have to use, especially if you're not real confident about playing the song, or if you can find an easier way to do it to just get along in that left-hand side, because Gershwin tunes have a tendency to do a lot of chromatic movement. And on the accordion, chromatic movement in the left hand is not easy. Where on the organ and piano, it's so simple because it's just the keys are right next to each other. So anyhow, I hope you have a great time working on this tune. And as always, please, if you're having a good time with this stuff, subscribe. And if you know somebody who would love accordion music, please tell them about my YouTube videos. I've got more than 200 up. So thank you very much for watching.